Compliance and regulatory considerations for document management. Compliance and regulatory considerations are essential aspects of document management. Organizations must comply with various laws and regulations to protect sensitive information and avoid legal and financial consequences. This module will provide an overview of the most relevant regulations and laws, discuss compliance requirements for document management, and explore best practices for ensuring compliance. Overview of relevant regulations and laws. Organizations must comply with various laws and regulations to protect sensitive information and avoid legal and financial consequences. Some of the most relevant regulations and laws that impact document management include General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. This regulation applies to any company doing business in Europe or with European customers. It requires organizations to obtain active consent from customers and gives them a new portability power to control the transfer of their own information. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. This act applies to employers and healthcare providers that transmit employee-patient information electronically for claims, benefit eligibility, referral authorizations. Sarbanes-Oxley Act. This act applies to publicly traded companies, public accounting firms, auditors, brokers, securities analysts. It requires companies to access their document processes, structure them effectively, and take steps to control risks. Graham-Leach-Bliley Act. This act applies to financial services such as brokers, dealers, and exchange members. It states that customer data must be protected from any threats that could result in unauthorized use. Food and Drugs Administration. This act applies to food and drug manufacturers, trades, and wholesalers. It is one of the most important watchdogs. DocsVault can help comply with some parts of Clause 11 of the FDA. Compliance requirements for document management. Organizations must comply with various laws and regulations to protect sensitive information and avoid legal and financial consequences. Some of the specific requirements for document management related to regulations and laws include data protection. Organizations must protect sensitive information from unauthorized access, use, disclosure, alteration, and destruction. Data retention. Organizations must retain a record for specified periods of time to comply with legal and regulatory requirements. Data destruction. Organizations must destroy records in a secure manner when they are no longer needed. Best practices for compliance in document management. Organizations must comply with various laws and regulations to protect sensitive information and avoid legal and financial consequences. Some best practices for ensuring compliance in document management include implementing policies and procedures. Organizations should have well-defined policies and procedures in place to ensure compliance with the laws and regulations. Conducting regular audits. Organizations should conduct movement. Training employees. Organizations should train employees on compliance requirements and best practices to ensure that they understand their responsibilities and can properly handle sensitive information. The use of technology in compliance and regulatory considerations. Organizations can use technology, such as document management software, to help them maintain compliance and optimize their document management procedures. Some of the ways that technology can help include strong security controls to safeguard data. Document management software can provide strong security controls to safeguard sensitive information from unauthorized access, use, disclosure, alteration, and destruction. Records management system to control records. Document management software can provide a records management system to control records and ensure compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. Version control feature to maintain document life cycle. Document management software can provide a version control feature to maintain the document life cycle and ensure that the most recent and accurate versions of a document is always used. Workflow to govern creation, review, and approval with retention and destruction requirements. Complete audit reports of all actions within the repository. Document management software can provide complete audits of all actions within the repository, which help organizations identify areas for improvement and ensure compliance. Simple and flexible for user convenience, which helps to ensure compliance by reducing human error. Case studies and examples. Real-life case studies can provide valuable insights into how different organizations have implemented compliance and regulatory considerations in their document management processes and the impact it has had on their business operations. Here are a few examples of real-life case studies that could be included in the module. A healthcare provider that implemented a document management system to comply with HIPAA regulations. The provider was able to automate many of their processes, improve data protection, and ensure compliance with regulations. This resulted in improved patient care, reduced administrative costs, and reduced risk of legal and financial consequences. A financial services firm that implemented a document management system to comply with SEC regulations. The firm was able to improve the efficiency of their document management processes, improve data protection, and ensure compliance with regulations. This resulted in improved customer service, reduced administrative costs, and reduced risk of legal and financial consequences. A manufacturing company that implemented a document management system to comply with ISO 90001 regulations. The company was able to automate many of their processes, improve data protection, and ensure compliance with the regulations. This resulted in improved product quality, reduced administrative costs, and reduced risk of legal and financial consequences. Concluding remarks. Compliance and regulatory considerations are essential aspects of document management. Organizations must comply with various laws and regulations to protect sensitive information and avoid legal and financial consequences by understanding the most relevant regulations and laws. Discussing compliance requirements for document management, and exploring best practices and technology solutions, organizations can ensure compliance and optimize their document management procedures.